Fellas, what's good? If you are a father, man, who is dealing with a situation that's toxic, or you're dealing with a woman that's toxic, and is causing a wedge between you and your child, and you're not able to be the father that you want to be, then this video is for you. You know, a lot of times, fellas, women love or hate you more than they love their own child. And a lot of the women that we procreate with are extremely selfish. Have you ever been dating a woman and she may say, don't talk to her because I don't fuck with that bitch? Or you ever see women get into an argument and they're mad at their friend because one of their friends spoke to an ex-friend and she felt betrayed? I don't fuck with that bitch, so why are you talking to her behind my back? That's fake. Do you think that logic goes out the window between children and the fathers? Once that woman is not fucking with you the way she used to, because she don't fuck with you for whatever reason, you think she want her child to be fond of you? A lot of times women do not want their children to be fond of the fathers who they no longer are on good terms with. So they will do things to drive a wedge between you and that child. And if you are a man who does not understand this and understand the game being played, it will fuck with you mentally. And that's why I'm here to create this video, because I have a passion for, men who deal with these situations on a daily basis. And, when I was going through this mental battle, man, there was not that much content on YouTube for me to go look to find some type of comfort, or, somebody who had advice for me to, deal with the situation a lot better. So that's why I create this content. But I want you all to know that if you're dealing with this situation, you need to understand the game that is being played. And this is not an excuse. This is not for us to feel sorry for ourselves, because at the end of the day, we lay down with these women. And that's why I tell you that as a man, you have to be, way more vigilant in paying attention to the character of the type of woman you are sleeping with, bro. We got to be more selective with our seed, man, because it can literally destroy your legacy if it's the wrong woman. And if you're not paying attention to that, this is the situation that you will end up in. Usually, if you're dealing with a woman, if her personality and characteristics, if you wouldn't one day want your future daughter to embody the type of woman she is, that should let you know right there that that would be the wrong woman to procreate with, right? But a lot of the times, women will create such a toxic situation between the child and the father until it is almost impossible for you to father the way you want. And now you have no choice but to remove yourself from the situation. Because listen, dealing with women like this is a downward spiral, bro. It's a downward spiral. Only thing that's going to happen, listen to me, bro. Only thing that's going to happen is you're going to end up either dead or in jail. Dead or in jail. Because those are going to be the outcome of the decision making that's going to go down between you and a woman of this type of caliber and this type of toxicity. Because there's only so much you're going to take as a man. That's why you hear so many stories about, fathers being killed by the current boyfriend, or the father killing the current boyfriend, or domestic violent disputes, or guys beating up their child's mom. Literally, this just happened in this apartment in Atlanta not too long ago. There was a guy who was arguing with his baby mom for whatever reason, and she called her brother. The brother pulled up, shot him 6 times, killed him right on the spot. Right on the spot. You have to know when to fold them as a man, and those are one of the reasons why I say that one of the greatest characteristics a man should have is assertiveness, bro. You need to understand what's going on and how to read the room and what type of decision you need to make when you're faced with that situation. Because what ends up happening is that when you don't read the room and you don't understand what's going on, you deal with it can put you in a state of depression. Society likes to paint this picture of guys being deadbeats, but in actuality, it's really the women who are creating this toxic situation, and you as a man can't even afford to be around it. So your child suffers. And so when you knowing that but can't prove that in this picture that's being painted, you have your child feeling a certain way about you because that child is being turned against you. Like I just told you, if a woman don't fuck with you, she don't want the kids to fuck with you either. So that child is being turned against you, and now you're left to deal with the aftermath of that. And for men who are not mentally tough, this will destroy them. And they go into beta rage and they make decisions that are not good. That are not good, bro. I see this happen so many times. And you know, when I was faced with this situation, I didn't jump off the deep end because, for one, I had a father who was always, and still do, who always keeps me grounded. Hey, if I'm having issues that I feel like, you know, I don't understand, I holler at my pops. That's my dog. You understand what I'm saying? That's how important fathers are. Fathers are that important in a child's life, man. But I didn't jump off the deep end because I accepted my fault or my wrongdoings in this situation, which is another thing that will ease that mental pain, fellas. When you accept the fact, we know that the society is gynocentric. We know that the courts are in favor of the women, and we know that a lot of the things between men and women sometimes just are not fair. But we're not going to allow that to be a reason why we can't not overcome this obstacle. You got to understand that. And once you accept the fact that, hey, I chose this woman, so I put myself at mercy for these things to happen, you'll be surprised how much clearer your mental will be. Not to mention that women are being incentivized to leave, family settings. This is why the divorce rates are so high. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why a lot of men, it may not be in your best interest to have a child. Only you know that, but you got to really assess the situation. That's why you got alimony, child support, welfare, WIC program, all of these different incentives that they give women for being single moms. I know when my daughter was like 3 years old, because my child's mom, we were not married, so she was listed as a single mom on paper, although we were dating, but she was still a single mom. I think the daycare that we had to pay a week was like $25 a week for daycare. And if you know anything about childcare, bro, that's just like $200 a week. We paid a fourth, not even a fourth of what that cost. You understand what I'm saying? And these are the type of programs that are put in place for single moms. So this is where the idea of I don't need a man comes from. And this is why it's so easy for them to walk away from the situation. They understand that they have a safety net because of the decisions that they make. I mean, if they are to make a bad decision. So they're not, as willing to work things out with you as a man. They're just like, you know what, fuck it, I don't need you. I'm gonna go do this. Next thing you know, the man is out of the equation, and now the child is growing up without a strong male dominant figure in the life. And this just continues to create the same repetitive cycle. You understand what I'm saying? This is what's going on. This is what you all have to understand that's happening in society. This is why the picture is being painted that fathers are that men are deadbeats, when one of our most innate things as a man is to provide and protect. So many men, and I know you guys are watching this video. I trust me, I feel your pain. I know you want to take care of your child. I know you want to be there for your child. Man, I done been to court. I done seen guys in tears in court, dealing with, the gynocentric ways of society and a scorned woman. And these dudes really want to be great fathers, man. But the women are making it so hard for them because they have yet to accept accountability for the decisions that they made. I've been to the child support office. I've seen guys in the child support office with their children fighting astronomical amounts of child support when they are fathers who are active in their kids' life. And what women don't understand is that these incentives were put into place to divide and conquer. So when you have women who are confiding into policies that have been put into place to run men out of the household, because when men are out of the household, it's a society that you can easily control. And these women fall victim to that, but then they don't realize it until it's too late. But all the damage has been done, and when that dude no longer wants to deal with you because you have showed him how toxic, extremely toxic you are, now you mad, right? Now you upset. Now you don't want to take accountability, so guess what? Now she's going to drive that wedge between you and the child. And this is the game that's being played. And I think men need to be more aware of these things. And unfortunately, society does not shed light on this type of topic. They paint the pictures if men are deadbeats. But in a lot of cases, women are, because they neglect their child's emotion. They neglect children emotionally and physically sometimes because they hate the father more than they love the child. Women don't want the children to be fond of the fathers in a lot of cases. Why does she want your child to fuck with you when she don't fuck with you? That's how they think. I told you, that same logic that they have with their friends and boyfriends doesn't go out of the window with the father of their children. That same logic is still there. And the child grows up and is resenting the father for no reason in a lot of cases. But I'm here to tell you all, the tables will turn. The name of the game is sacrifice, and, you know, understanding that you got to put in the work, because one of the greatest things we have on our side as men is time. And if you had a child prematurely, you have to understand that women respect money and power. If you're in a situation where you had a child prematurely and your foundation wasn't laid, you're going to go through periods of time where that woman is going to be extremely mad because financially needs are not being met. And she's not going to understand the plight of a man and what we have to go through to be successful and to be a high value male. She's just going to know I don't have and I want it. So she belittles you. She shames you. She doesn't care. She puts you on child support. She doesn't care about the fact that you're giving your time and your energy to your child. She just cares about the money. And the child support is a incentive that's been given to women to further destroy families. And that's what's going on. And this is why you're dealing with that, bro. You understand what I'm saying? But I just wanted to make this video because, fellas, I feel your pain out there, man. I understand. I remember the times all the times I go out with my daughter and if, you know, women will see me with my daughter and they'll just act like they saw a ghost or a celebrity. I mean, in awe. Oh my God, nothing like a black man and his child. Nothing like a man with his little girl. Like, this is something that's, you know, foreign. There are a lot of men who want to be great fathers. Just unfortunately, they can't because the women have made the situation so toxic, they have no choice but to remove themselves. So fellas, do not let this make you feel like you are a deadbeat. Don't let this make you feel like you are inadequate as a man. Don't let this make you feel like you have failed your child. These women out here who possess this toxic energy are the reason for the disaster in the interaction with you and the child. And I know it's unfortunate because it only hurts the kid. But if you're dealing with this, man, I just wanted to create this video to ease your mind a little bit. Because it's really not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Not fully. It's your fault for laying down with the woman and procreating, yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, she still has a decision to create a toxic situation or to not create a toxic situation. And a lot of women choose the toxic situation because they're that corrupt, they're that selfish, and they're that illogical. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, fellas, that's it for the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear what you all think down in the comment section, man. Until next time, peace.